recording. All right. So, all right. I meant to make an episode. Oh shoot, I still got monitoring on. I don't like that. Oh, get me out of this. How do I stop the monitoring? Hold on. Shoot. Oh god, wrong one. Frick. Wait. God. I'm missing a bunch of stuff up here. Okay. All right, there we go. No monitoring. All right. So I meant to make a list last week after week one. I forgot. So that's what I'm gonna do here. First things first. I'm gonna move the players that. Oh shoot. All right. I'm gonna move the players that I'm pretty sure didn't play in the past 2 weeks that I do have on this list, and I'll just put him in here. Kenny Pickett did not play. He did not play. Will Levis is actually out for the year. Dylan Gabriel played like a snap or two, or I think he played like a drive. I'm not gonna count him. Did not play. Did not play. I think Tyrod Taylor did play. Where's my phone at? Wait, what am I doing? I'm on Google. See, did he play enough though? Okay, yeah, he played because he got hurt. So I'll keep Tyrod Taylor up here. Tyler Shuck hasn't played. He hasn't played. Rattler has played. Jameis Winston hasn't played. Kirko hasn't played. Milrow, from what I remember, played like a snap week one. He also hasn't. A lot of DNPs right now. Anyone else hasn't played? Hasn't played. Jackson Dart hasn't played. All right. So I think before I make any changes, this is how it looks. This is basically last time I made this list. This is what it looks like. Wait, hold on. We need to add a guy. We need to add one man. Hold on. How do you add a guy? Do you just like bring a photo? I need to bring Mac Jones in here. Because Purdy did get hurt. Can I just drag this in here? I feel like I should be able to just... Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, how do I add an image? Oh, there we go. Yeah, let me just drag this. Do I gotta download it? Okay, give me a minute here. Jesus. Mac Jordan. God. There we go. Okay, so ignore the white background. But we have Mac Jones now. Alright. So this is the list before we get things started here. Um, let's just see where this road takes us. Alright, so let's start from the bottom. Daniel Jones, he's moving up. I'll put him in here for now. People are going to move up and down on this list. Rattler, I think, stays where he should be. I think it's going to be a little better than Tyrod. Flacco hasn't done anything. He's just kind of there. He's there until Dylan Gabriel gets the start. God, even in the images, they made him shorter than everybody. That's crazy. Okay. Moving up the ladder, McCarthy. He played good. Week one, he played good, right? I'd put him like here, right? Ignore the people behind him. All right, I'd put him here. He did just get hurt, so I feel like that loses him some brownie points. I think he stays in tier 4. He's out for like 4 weeks, I think. Michael Penix, I think he moves up high tier 4. Drake May, I think he moves up to like. I'd say he's better than Penix. Okay. Caleb Williams, Caleb Williams is staying in tier 4. Cam Ward, he's a rookie, but is he playing worse than all these other guys? I think he's fine where he is. Anthony Richardson, I don't know how he snuck by here. He's not playing. He's not playing. I don't think he'll ever start a game this season. All right. Justin Fields week 1 looked really good. He is concussed. So I'll put him like right here. Mr. Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence. He looks bad. Dude, I think he had like 2 turnovers last week against the Bengals. Not even last week. I was recording this 2 days ago. Waved off his coach, but that doesn't really mean much. I think he stays here. But I'll put him above Fields, actually. Russell Wilson, he looks pretty good week 2. I think that bumps him up to tier 3. And Bryce Young, unfortunately, he's getting demoted to tier 5. I want him to be in tier 3. I want him to move up here. He needs to move up to tier 3. But as of right now, that ain't going to happen. He led an impressive drive. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to put Flacco at 5. I'll put Bryce Young at the end of 4. He's on the verge of getting spit out. Okay, and honestly, I'll put Rattler above. The Browns are just horrible, and I feel bad for the Jets right now. Moving up, Bo Nix, yeah, he's been playing pretty decent. We'll get to him. Aaron Rodgers, great week 1 game. Week 2 was not as efficient, to say the least. So yeah, I think he'll move up. Sam Darnold moves down just a little bit. I think he's still in this tier 3. Kyler almost sold the game against the Panthers, but out of all these quarterbacks, I think he does move up a little bit. Bo Nix, yeah, okay. Gino, yeah, you're down to tier 4, down like here. That Monday night performance was abysmal. Oh, I forgot about Tua. Put him here. Tua's playing really bad. Tyreek Hill probably wants to leave. Anyways, Geno Smith, if I did week 1, he'd probably be like up here. But because of how bad he played, I'm putting him down here. In front of Tua. Because at least you don't see Caleb Williams turning the ball over 3 times. And passes, 10? He was 0 for 10 for passes 10 or plus yards in the air with 3 interceptions. That is horrendous. The week 1 was a fluke. Daniel Jones. How about them Colts? He's playing really well. Dude, he went from tier 5 to tier 3. That's impressive. That is impressive. Yeah, I'm going to keep him here. CJ Stroud. God, I don't want to take him out of tier 3, but honestly, he's playing bad. He's playing bad football. Like, pretty bad football. Like, that is not good football, is what he's playing. He's on par with these quarterbacks down here. And if you don't admit it, if you say otherwise, you're just lying to yourself. Each one of these quarterbacks has had a better game than CJ Stroud this year. Each quarterback on this tier. I mean, Michael Penix has had a better game than CJ Stroud this year. Bryce Young, I feel like, has had a better game than CJ Stroud this year. Now, some of these, it's like, okay, maybe not. He's on thin ice. If he has another bad week, you're getting demoted, okay? Who's next? Dak Prescott? I'm going to keep him here. Because he's not playing necessarily bad with what he's given, right? Not the greatest running back. You know, he's got CeeDee Lamb, and then options are kind of limited afterwards. I think he's doing as much as he can for this team, right? And it might be enough for the Cowboys to go to the playoffs. It might not. We'll just have to see. So I'm going to keep him here. Baker, oof. Baker Monday night was pretty tough. And I think that moves him up a tier. And someone up here is going to drop. And then Jordan Love. Let me take a quick peek at Jordan Love's stats. Is because his team is winning, but is he winning? Right? You know, your team can only do so much for you. He's playing pretty good. Okay, that's pretty nice. I didn't watch much of his games, but I. Where did my phone buzz? I heard a buzz. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I think I think Jordan Love is going to stay here in tier 3. Because Baker Mayfield has had to overcome more so far this season in games. Jordan Love, I don't know. I definitely take Jordan Love over all these quarterbacks though. Bo Nix had a really bad game. Rodgers has an eye of moving up if he can click with if his defense can just click. If only he had Devontae. All right, moving up to this list, Goff I think will stay. After that Bears game, I think he took his after dude, week 1 he's down here. But there's another quarterback that I feel like is gonna get. There's another quarterback on here that I'm gonna move down. I think okay, Burrow is hurt. Do I gotta make another? Hold on. Gotta add a row. It's gonna be pink. Wait, no. Shoot. What was that one? Yellow? No. Oh God. It goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Oh my God. Okay, whatever. I meant to make this one pink. Okay. We're doing this as we go along. Injured. Oh God. Did I misspell injured? No. That's what I thought. Brock Purdy has to move down. He's hurt. He's out for a couple weeks. Burrow moving down. He's hurt for a couple weeks. Who else got hurt? Someone else got hurt. JJ McCarthy got hurt, so he moves down here. So these quarterbacks are all hurt. I'm not ranking them. They're hurt. Their backups are in here, though. No, they're not. Carson Wentz isn't on here. I'm so ill prepared. Yeah, let's pull an image of Carson Wentz. Good enough, bro chacho. Oh God, what did I just do? Okay, oh God. Oh God. Oh God, what's going on? Uh-oh. What? Oh, I gotta download it. Whoops. When's he coming back? God, why is that one such a bigger file? Okay, I'm gonna keep him in here until I get done with everybody else. Actually, no, let's do him now. Mac Jones, yeah, you're moving up to tier 4. He played better than all these quarterbacks, if I'm being so honest with you. But putting him in tier 3 is absurd. So I'll put him here. I think he's playing better than these guys, but if these guys, yeah, okay. Better than them, not better than them. Easy. Carson Wentz. I have no faith in Carson Wentz. He has been a troublesome quarterback since his MVP season. Yeah, I don't think. God, it looks so off with the white, but it's whatever. I'll get through. I'll make it. So yeah, these quarterbacks are hurt, which means, there's room up here. Herbert's moving in the top 5 conversation. I think these guys will stay. Oh, I didn't even get to the big mans. Okay. The top 5 is going to be changing drastically, I feel like, this season. Lamar, I think, is the MVP conversation. This isn't even going to be top 5. This is MVP convo. Herbert's in this conversation. Hurts is not in this conversation. Hurts is playing, if we're going purely off skill, purely off his numbers, he's getting rushing touchdowns because of the tush push. He's a quarterback at the end of the day. He's not throwing the ball. Dude, he had 101 yards week 2 against the Chiefs. He's winning, sure. But, like, come on, dude. No, I'm putting him, like, I'm gonna. Dude, I'm putting him below Jones. Jones is playing better is playing as a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts is. And I feel like I'm not crazy to say that. Maybe I am. Right? I think all these quarterbacks above him are just playing better than him. He's not in the MVP. He's nowhere near MVP conversation anymore. Josh Allen's in that conversation. Mahomes isn't. But I feel like he can sneak his way back in there. Actually, wins are not a quarterback stat. I think that's a good principle to go off of. Wins does not dictate how I look at a quarterback, right? So his wins don't matter. But he's getting outdone. He's been outdone by Herbert. I mean, I think this is my top 3 for MVP. I think Mahomes falls down to tier 2. Honestly, I'll put Baker above Jared. Has Stafford even done good? I just realized. What has Matthew Stafford done? We're doing this research real time. I don't got time to do this on my off time. Pretty big ones. Okay, see, like Houston and Tennessee, though. I'll do this. Okay. I think this. I feel like this isn't a bad list. Lamar, Hurts, Allen, MVP conversations. Especially Allen after week 1. Mahomes, Daniels, Baker, Stafford, Goff. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean they're outside of their, like, out of the bubble of MVP combo and, like, they can move up there. This is more of like, there's a huge gap between these two, okay? Like, here's MVP combo, gap, here's tier 2, and then here's tier 3, right? 4, 5, right? That's how it's working. At least in my mind, that's how I see it. These people will interchange based off how they're playing, but I feel like these 3 will stay up here for quite some time. It's everyone else is probably gonna change. With injuries with these guys, I don't have Jake Browning here, but I'd put him in 5. I'd put him in DNP if I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, if I'm being so honest, I'm putting Jake Browning at DNP. So yeah, this is my official week 2, post week 2 quarterback tier list. Let's look at this again. Do I see anyone that I feel like shouldn't be this low? No. I think this is fair. I think realistically in my mind I'd put Hurts like in 4. But and I don't want to do always name plays a factor, but like I feel like any other quarterback, most quarterbacks are playing better than him right now. Dude, like I think Spencer Rattler's as a passer is playing better than Hurts. But then you got to take into effect Hurts has aura. So that kind of keeps him in 3. Aura is keeping him afloat. He has more aura than anyone in 3. Right? I don't know about Indiana Jones over here, but yeah, I think this is a good list. Um, there's some people I'm going to be looking at who's going to move up and down. I think Baker, if he keeps this up, he might move up here. I think if Hurts gets his mojo back and running, he might move up here. I don't know. Maybe we'll see Jackson Dart or Shedeur, or probably Dylan Gabriel before Shedeur, before anyone. Maybe the backups. These 3 guys will move up and do something huge. Oh wait, Fields is injured. What am I doing? Okay. This is a good list. I like this list. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with this. All right. Well, all right. So that was my post week 2 quarterback tier list ranking updated. I might do this every 2 weeks. That way it gives me more to sample off of, because there's a good chance these quarterbacks could just play the exact same and it won't fix anything. So, yeah, I'll probably have to do that instead. I don't know. Maybe I'll do 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Probably I'll keep it at two. Every 2 weeks, I'll update this quarterback tier list ranking. So yeah, I'm still thinking of different videos to do. I feel like doing back-to-back tier lists is kind of lazy. It is very low effort, but it's kind of hard to schematic a video together for me at least. I don't know. If y'all want to see like a Madden rebuild, I only got 25. Never mind. Maybe Madden 25 is still big enough. I don't know. Just anything y'all can think of, so I can come up with more ideas. Because I do want to do this more often. It has been like a month since my last video. Um, so yeah, hopefully I can just have more like different videos, but along the lines of like maybe sports or video games. I don't know. That's kind of what my goal is with this. It's just to be like, oh, I'm playing a game. Why don't I make a video about it? So yeah, that's my goal. That's my plan. I'm sure I'll come up with something to make a video on in the future. But yeah. How do I do an outro? Thanks for watching.